everyone. Welcome back. It's Laura. I cannot tell you how long I tried to find a shot today. It's just so freaking sunny, which is a good thing, but I can't, whatever. At some point you just have to, this is fine, right? So anyway, we're doing a plant haul. The plant places are putting plants out. The garden centers here in Connecticut have really started to put a lot of stuff out. It's very exciting. So we have been plant shopping and I got a bunch of stuff. I got some purple plants. I got some things that I would consider goth garden plants. So let's have a look at what we got. Let's go. So I went to a few different places. I went to Lowe's, I went to Home Depot, and the last place I went to is Heart's Greenhouse and Nursery in Brooklyn, Connecticut. They also have other locations in the area. I know one is in Norwich. I'm not sure about, I think there's a third location as well. I will link them in the description below. And I did my very best not to spend a lot of money. I try to just buy like clearance plants, but at the beginning of the season, it's hard to do that because things are not on clearance yet. So I did pay full price for for a lot of this stuff. But I do have one clearance find in this pile, so let's have a look. But first, I was super excited to find this phlox because I have been trying to add a lot more ground covers, and I love creeping phlox. This one is looking a little bit rough, but look at the price, you guys. This container is huge, and it was $11.98. It was clearance down like half price from, I think, $24. And it's from Proven Winners, so everything about this is what I want. It's a purple Sprite Creeping Phlox perennial from Proven Winners. And I love using Creeping Phlox in the fairy garden, but I think what I'm going to do with this one is split it up because it is so big and start to try to get some more ground cover in the front area. It's a little bit fried on top. So I'm just going to give it a nice cut back, a water, and let it recover a little bit before I go splitting it up and planting it out. And the next thing I got at Home Depot is this scabiosa, otherwise known as a pincushion flower. I just love this plant so much. I love the blooms on a scabiosa. I find them so whimsical. And this one has a ton of buds ready to go, so I know I'm going to get a lot more blooms. I did pay full price for this. It was $9.98, but they didn't have that many of them, so I wanted to grab it. I absolutely love this plant, and it says it's perennial in our Zone 6. We'll see about that. For some reason, I don't have a lot of luck getting these to come back for me sometimes, and when I was looking at starting them from seed, a lot of the places have them listed as annuals. So I'm a little bit confused about that. If anybody has any insight, please leave in the comments. And next up, I'm skipping around a little bit here because I got these ones from Heart's Nursery. They not only sell things that they grow, but they also sell Proven Winners plants. And I have been able to find quite a few things there that I haven't been able to find elsewhere. So I am loving Heart's Nursery, Heart's Greenhouse, sorry. And I am waiting on something very specific to come in. So I'm going to be checking back there like every week until it comes in. I think they said they were getting a shipment this week of annuals. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that. Hey y'all, quick interjection here. I just wanted to say these specific Diamond Frost Euphoria, I did not get at Hearts. I got them at Lowe's and I just got them mixed up. But they do carry Proven Winners plants at Hearts as well. But in the meantime, I picked up 2 of these Diamond Frost Euphoria. These are a beautiful annual that has like a frothy white flower. Another one that I think is very whimsical, but I'm going to use this for my cauldron planter in addition to the plant that I am still waiting on, which is the Super Bina Whiteout Annual Verbena. I just really like to put those two together for the cauldron planter, kind of to make it look like it's bubbling over with white flowers. Next up, I got this gorgeous Nesia. This is, I mean, look at the color. It's just so beautiful. It has this dark, dark purple, almost more of a bluish purple, but very dark. I'm obsessed. But this one doesn't have a heavy smell like one from Proven Winners that I got last year called the Sweet Aromance, which had a beautiful smell to it as well. Scent to it, sorry. But I don't really care because it's just so beautiful. Like, this color is amazing. So I'm probably just going to use this for a container or something. And this is a full sun annual in our zone 6. And this one's called the Essential Blackberry. It does say essential spelled like ESCEN. So I'm wondering if it does have a smell that I'm just not smelling. In contrast, though, this sweet Alysum, I can smell this from a mile away. It smells amazing, you guys. It's so gorgeous. I picked up one last year. Last year was the first time I went to this nursery, and when I saw this dark, dark purple Alysum, I almost cried. You usually can only find Alysum in white or like that crystal clear amethyst mix, which has like white and purple. Those are the ones that I start from seed. But they had this dark, dark purple again this year, and it's just so gorgeous. I love Alysum so much. It smells amazing. It handles a frost with no problem. It is just absolutely one of my favorite annuals, and this year I have so many, so I'm excited about that. And next up is another annual that I picked up from them. I got 2 of these actually, and this is the Starry Skies Petunia in burgundy. You can see they have like little speckles. In my head, these are called galaxy petunias, and I cannot get that out of my head. So every time I see them, I'm like, oh, but galaxy petunias. And actually, I tried to find seeds for these, and it was very difficult to find a reputable seller of these seeds, but I did find one on Etsy. Unfortunately, she is no longer selling, but I will link it below anyway in case she reopens her shop. I did get seeds from her, so I was able to get a few to germinate. So I do have a few of these started, but I wanted to get a couple extra just in case. So I got 2 of these. I love it. This one is burgundy, but I believe they had a couple other colors as well. They didn't have very many of these. That's one thing that I find is you kind of have to go early. Like last year with that verbena, if I hadn't have gotten it, I would have been kind of screwed because they didn't get any more later in the season. But anyway, I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm going to put this in a container. Most of the things that I got, I'm probably going to put in containers, with the exception of that creeping phlox, of course. But especially the petunias, because they are so special to me. And the groundhog and the rabbits, they do like to eat petunias. So we got to keep those away from them. Okay, and skipping back over to Home Depot for a second, I forgot to mention that I did pick up an 8-pack of Dusty Miller. So like I said, they do have a bunch of annuals out already. So they had these out. They also had some verbena, annual verbena as well. But it was on the rack, like still wrapped in plastic. I didn't want to, go digging through. So I got this 8-pack of Dusty Miller for $4.98. I think that's a pretty good price. And then I also picked up this little ground cover called Speedwell. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look that great, but I just remembered seeing it last year and thinking it would look really cute in the fairy garden. When they're on the rack all together, they look gorgeous. Once you start to pull them out, it's like, what is happening with the middle? They're just kind of ratty in the middle. I think they're just a little bit past their prime. So I'm just going to, again, give this one a little bit of a haircut, a water, and she'll bounce back just fine. I think this will be cute in the fairy garden. It's supposed to be a perennial ground cover here in our zone 6 with cute little bluish purple flowers. So fairy garden, perfect place for this. And that's everything that I picked up. I probably spent a little bit too much money this week. I think maybe I went a little bit over budget. But I have an idea for the rest of this season. There's a little bit of a caveat because, like I mentioned, I really need that verbena plant, that Proven Winners whiteout verbena for my cauldron planter. So I am willing to pay full price for that, no problem. They're only like $6 anyway, and I need probably 2 of them. I only had 1 last year, and it did fill out, but I think 2 is going to be better. So anyway, so I'm going to pay full price for that, but other than that, I am going to, from here on out for the rest of the season, only buy clearance or sale items. So that's going to be my little like get out of jail card, is if I can't find it on clearance and I really, really want it, I must wait for it to go on sale. So I will not buy another full price plant this season with the exception of that one verbena plant. So hold me to that, guys. Hold me to it. I'm going to do it. Clearance plant hunting is like my favorite thing to do in the world. So this should be fun and no problem. Feel free to join me. My fellow thrifty gardeners out there. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!